fun.
Our place where we can dream and share it. Our place, you'll find a friend to care.
We are Our Place Out Loud. I am your lovely and captivating host, Louise Palanker. You're not alone at Our Place. And scene. Okay, so we're here with a panel of two wise and wonderful teens. Well, three if you count Jake, which I always do.
Actually,
because-
two if you count Jake, and then I'm like the plus one.
Oh.
Because I'm 21.
All right, Aaron is 21. By way of full
When
disclosure,
did you turn 21?
Like November.
on his
Oh,
birthday.
never mind.
That's when he turns all of his ages. On his birthday, yearly on schedule. So Jake's in the booth. We've got Aaron, and we've got Nina, and we've got me, of course, and we've got Matt, and we've got
Howdy.
and Ken's here. Ken's pants don't fit, but he's here. And so we're going to jump right into the news. I have a new segment of the show called In the News. Or no, I think it's called Teens in the News. I gave it that clever title. What do you guys think? So I sent you guys a link of a senior prank that went sort of desperately awry, where a group of seniors, I'm not sure exactly where they were. We may have video on this. Matt was pulling up some video. Anyway, everyone tries to be original every year with their senior prank. And the trick with the senior prank is to make it like hilarious and disruptive, but not necessarily illegal. But so these seniors really didn't hit that note exactly. They went for it, but they didn't hit it. They deflated the tires in 66 school buses and then wrote in chalk something about how, I guess...
No school
No
today.
school, yeah.
We got a video
All
for
right,
you.
here we go, Matt. Take it away. Bus is vandalized.
80 buses were damaged and could not be used this morning. Police think that vandalism may have been some type of senior prank that has caused thousands of dollars worth of repairs. Nobody has been arrested.
Oh, I'm
Wow.
sorry. I really
Instead,
thought
we
that was
saw
a
that
longer
guy
video clip.
Instead of a bus with deflated tires.
What
Yeah.
a story.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought there was more meat to that one.
I
Sorry.
think the better
Riveting.
newsline would have been like, seniors deflated the air in this newsman. All right, so 66 school tires, and I guess what did they do, Matt? They pulled the valves off? Or
That's what we were reading is they pulled the valve stems out of the tires. By the way, if you're ever going to deflate a tire, I just have to tell you this.
And don't.
Don't puncture the tire. That's asking for trouble. There's a lot of air pressure there. You could get
yes.
hurt.
Oh, you.
So,
yeah.
not that I'm
the
advocating
guy that got his
deflating
clothes
tires at
blown
all,
off.
But,
but
if you will, do
yeah.
it safely.
Matt,
because
tell them about the guy who got his clothes blown off.
Oh, yeah. I did see video on the internet once of a guy who did that to a truck tire. Now, truck tires have more than twice the air pressure that car tires do, and they explode. So this guy was actually blown out of his clothes when he tried to knife a tire. So don't do that.
Wow.
That's my public service announcement for today. Thank you very much.
Tire will cut a biatch. All right, so
Oh my God.
Nice.
so what do you guys think about senior pranks? And if you were going to pull off a senior prank, or what would you do? And or have you heard of any really good ones that were better than this one, Matt? Or what's your name, Aaron?
Aaron. So I'm only your cousin for.
Yeah.
So anyway.
I have a lot of cousins.
Yes, you
Okay,
do.
back off.
21 years.
So do I. I have the same problem. So, basically, I come from UCSB because I never went to high school, but I went to UCSB. I graduated, and there's a really long tradition at UCSB of people doing just ridiculous, dangerous things when they're leaving the school. One of the key things is they will take couches, throw them out onto the streets, and set them on fire. And like, it's like, woo, we're done, and we're burning our past, or whatever. It's like, yeah, okay,
Woo, we're done, and we're possibly going to kill ourselves.
right.
Do they make sure there's not a kid still asleep in the couch before?
On a good day,
They
yeah.
set it
on
on
a good day,
fire.
they
On a
check.
good day.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I don't know. Most of the time, from what I've heard, senior pranks are something along those lines. Something disruptive, destructive. Just like, well, I'm not coming back, so who cares?
Or you can't expel me now.
Right, exactly. And, like,
But I can arrest you.
maybe, and people have been arrested for setting things on fire, because that's, like, a thing you get arrested for.
Pyromaniac.
Right. But, like, I understand the frustration. I graduated. I was only there for 2 years, and by the time I was done, I was really done. But, there's a difference between I need to get out and awesome, let's set things on fire.
Right.
Yeah.
So Nina, you were telling me about a pretty cool prank.
I saw one that was like does no harm. It was actually really funny. Someone decided they were gonna get everyone in the seniors to bring their dogs to school. And I saw this video on Twitter. It was like people got their dogs on leashes and just brought them into school with them, and you hear the teacher in the background yelling, "Get these dogs out of it!" And it does no harm. It's funny, but I like that one.
Dogs at school, Jake.
It's more of an appropriate one than setting couches on fire.
True. Let me try and get my picture up. Ta-da! Okay, cool. So a few years ago at my school, the seniors like zip tied every single locker closed,
Nice.
and that was like just kind of mildly annoying, but like on a massive scale, right? So like,
Do
Thanks,
continue.
Trish. Okay. So like most senior pranks are incredibly disruptive for everyone. Every single kid was only mildly inconvenienced, but the faculty had to go around like snipping every single one of them off. And ever since then, like you get like you don't graduate, which means you don't walk at graduation, but you still get everything else if you take part in any senior prank, which really inspires us to go crazy, but then not ever actually do anything. So all the talk pre-graduation is always like, oh, we're gonna fill all the lockers with marbles, and anytime anyone opens it, everyone's gonna trip. And I'm like, that's a bad idea, but also kind of great. And then no one ever does anything.
So my challenge as we continue through tonight's show is for Matt and Jake to find good visuals of senior pranks that we can show throughout the rest of the show that just work on like a photographic level where we don't have to try to play video of some news
I'll
guy
get right
and
on
disrupt our talking, because what we have to say is more interesting than what most newsmen have to say. Aaron?
Yeah, I just want to go back to the dog example.
Sure.
Like in theory, it's just kind of silly and disruptive and whatever else. But like, if you are the school, you're freaking out. What if some kid's really allergic to dogs? What if a dog attacks someone? I mean, like, there's all the health and sanitary issues.
I would hope that someone would think about that before. Like, if someone brought in their dog, I would hope they wouldn't if it was an aggressive dog.
Right, but like, here's the thing: you
some
don't.
dogs
You
could
don't know.
slit-
Some kids are idiots.
Right,
Some
and
dogs could slit tires, you know?
explode
Because
trucks.
they're badass
Right.
dogs, and they
They're-
would do that.
They got a bandana and everything. Bandana dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, I'm just saying, no matter how silly it sounds or how no one's gonna really care, like,
There's
like
consequences.
right, there are consequences that
Just
you
mop
don't
the
foresee.
floor.
No, not even because
But
like
what if all the students knew about the prank and they wore masks to school?
Like, what if they fill the hallways with balloons and someone's allergic to Mylar?
I mean like
What?
Picture of the
it's-
hallway filled with balloons.
Oh my gosh!
Matt is psychic and on the phone, so can't make it bigger.
wow. Right, but you get what I'm saying.
Wait,
Like
I want Matt to make that bigger. Hold on, Matt. There's a picture of a. Can you make that bigger?
Yes, and I also have a prank phone
oh,
Are
we have a-
you
we have a
psychic?
prank phone call.
We were prank phone call. Okay.
Are you psychic, Matt? She was just talking about that, and then you magically popped that up. I don't really
I
get it.
probably saw it earlier.
Jake
today
brought
when
up the picture.
What does that mean? I brought up the picture.
You found it,
I
right?
was- All right, there you go.
No, Matt
Oh, never mind. Matt is Matt's
That
brilliant.
is my idea of a good prank.
If someone's allergic to dogs, they should just bring their EpiPen. No big deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bring your EpiPen is a good rule for
I'm
life
not-
anyway.
Sensitive people bother me.
All right, do we have a phone call, Matt? Sensitive
We
people.
do.
I'm
It's
sensitive to
Space
sensitive.
Ghost on the line.
Hello, Space Ghost.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you a senior this year?
No, I do the GED thing, which I'm
Oh.
almost done with.
All right. So, do you know of any good senior pranks?
The ones that they had at our school were just horrible, and we live in the country, and there's a bunch of people that hunt, so they're like, hey, let's get some deer pee and put it in the bin.
Oh gosh.
Cool.
Oh, not
And
fun.
it was the worst.
Not fun. Not funny.
And then they spray painted the school at night.
Okay, yeah.
Would you have a good one, Jake?
We have a picture of a good one
All right,
that's
here we
very
go.
small for some reason.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I'm doing the best I can.
What's
on-
happening?
It's
There
'cause-
you go. There you go.
It's because we're using Bing search.
What
Oh,
did they do?
That one
Putting
took a
cups
while.
all over?
Cups of
Cups of water.
Cups
Oh,
of
God.
water. Oh, wow,
Everywhere.
that was labor intensive.
Oh yeah, that one took a while. Look in the cabinets. Even in the cabinets.
Wow.
Wait, how did they step around it?
That's
They
the
built-
idea. Is
you
you
gotta
can't.
plan it.
Oh, you
Yeah.
back your way out of the
Yeah,
room.
you got to work
You have
your
to
way.
work
yes.
way back.
It's
Yeah.
like
Okay.
painting yourself into a corner.
Yeah.
You want to plan that one first.
Yeah.
All right, so this is an effective prank because it is amusing and it does take a lot of work to clean up, but no permanent damage.
No,
was
here's the
done.
thing: you spill some water, mold, water damage, etc., etc.
Oh my
All
God.
right.
I know.
God, Aaron,
I know.
you're
I'm-
so
I'm the-
not fun.
I'm the party pooper, right? But I'm just saying.
Dear
I'm just
water
saying.
da-
Someone's gonna be paying lots of money for whatever you do, basically.
And someone could be allergic to paper cups. Thank you so much for calling, Space Ghost. We appreciate
I
your
think I'm buddies with
input.
Space Ghost on the app.
I hope so.
Am I?
She's the best.
I think I am. Space Ghost, are we buddies on the app?
She'll
Well,
have to
sorry.
answer you.
Wait, what's
in
it?
the
What's
app.
it called?
The app is called Our Place.
No, I meant like when you're connect with someone. What's that called again?
We just call it friends now. We used to call it hallmates.
Okay, yeah, we're friends.
Yeah, we're trying to
Yeah.
make it more.
I don't know why I just said buddies,
we're
but
trying to make everything more understandable in the app, and so it's just friends.
Space Ghost and I are friends, and sometimes they answer questions, and it makes me feel
All right, we're gonna jump into questions. Ains, I don't know how to read this name, but Ains.
Ains 5 SOS.
SOS. Okay, so my best friend likes this guy named Matt a lot. I mean, she's nuts. My mom and her boyfriend are like best friends with his parents, but I don't know Matt very well. Anyway, Hannah's been pretty much stalking him. Like, she follows him everywhere he goes. Every time she comes over, he's all she talks about. She will sometimes text me about him at 3 in the morning. Weirdy face. It's gotten to the point where he had to come talk to me and ask me to tell her to back off because he has a girlfriend. Yesterday, he blocked her on Instagram, and now she will not shut up and about how she thinks his girlfriend did it. Help me, please, before I go insane. This is one thing I want to point out before I throw to you guys, is that, like, anytime, like, some guy is not giving you the response that you want, or some girl, like, you always want to blame another person because you can't bear to think that they would be behind it. So let me go to Nina first on this.
It sounds like she's having her first obsessive stage of a crush. I think she'll probably get over it. I had a friend that was like this. Oh my God, she would freak out when he would walk down the hallway. First of all, it's a normal person. You don't have to freak out. Like, it was kind of annoying, but she got over it with time. I think it's just, it probably will happen once and not happen again because she'll learn from it. Although it's bothering you right now, I would just, tell her you need to calm down. Like, it's not helping you to be obsessive. If you're gonna, when you calm down, he'll probably, over time you'll build a better relationship if you stop being obsessive over him.
Okay, good point. And I just want to give a shout out to everyone who's watching on Periscope. We're recording, and so we're not always able to respond to your comments, but we do see them, and we appreciate your input so much. It really helps us build a better show. Aaron, your thoughts?
So I'm just going to say to the poster who asked the question, there's really nothing that you need to be saying to your friend other than, listen, I know you like him, but he's with someone right now, so it kind of doesn't matter what you say or think.
Yeah, respect the relationship.
Right, like, if you actually like this guy, be respectful enough to accept the fact that he's with someone else, right? And if you are totally into him, then, everybody's young. Chances are, mathematically, he will split up with that person. Go for him after that. But right now, you are driving a wedge between him if you keep going after him while he's with someone else.
And if you're behaving this way while he's with someone else, you're just kind of freaking him out so that even if he is one day single, he's not going to go for you because you've kind of scared him away to the point where he's blocked you on Instagram. Like, you should be going for friendship right now because he's in a relationship, and as Nina said, be respectful of that. Just be appropriate, be his friend, be someone who's on his radar screen so that when he is single, he's not terrified of you. He sees you as a normal, cute girl. And you're kind of blowing all of that potential because first impressions are not everything, but it takes a while for somebody to develop a new impression of somebody that has sort of ticked them off. And so you don't want to be someone that's ticking him off, and you don't want to be always making excuses in your mind as to why he's not engaging with you. The reason is that you're coming on too strong, and you need to take several steps backwards. Jake, do you have any thoughts on this one? No.
Nope.
Okay. It was like when Barry
was a-
Gibb asks Robin Gibb a question. That's what his eyes did. No, I don't.
But I just got the fancy transition.
Oh,
Really good?
nice.
Wow.
Wow.
That's what I've been.
Hey.
That's magical.
Fancy,
Aaron,
right?
you want to read the next question from Mary, a.k.a. Goose?
Yeah, all right.
Nice name.
Kind of sick of my mom. My parents are divorced, and they have been for my whole life since I was like 3. And they have been. Well, they hate each other now, and my mom is very rude. She makes more than my dad and his girlfriend combined, and she says he should pay for everything. My dad doesn't have that kind of money. She says mean things about my dad to other people. When I ask her not to, she'll just say, oh, I'm always the bad guy. It's to the point where I just want to live at my dad's, and I have felt this way for years now, but I can't talk to her about it because she would get crazy upset. So I talked to my sister, and she said that she felt this way as well when she was my age. She's 22. And she told her dad, and he said, you only get one mom. but I have my dad's girlfriend. She is a way better mom than my actual mom. I don't know what to do. Also, my brother moved to my dad's at age 15. Please help.
Go to Nina. She seems to know.
I think I responded to her in the app.
Yeah, you did.
So, first of all, I can see where you're coming from, but I'm not going to side with your mom, but I'm going to sort of probably not enlighten you, but share with you probably what your mom's seeing. When you say she says he should pay for everything, she's probably not saying pay for everything. He probably doesn't contribute to anything that maybe my dad's like this, doesn't really contribute, and she's probably just upset about that. And I think you're not giving her enough credit. And I do agree with your dad. He's even saying you only get one mom. You need to just sit down with your mom and not. I know she got crazy upset. You need to tell her, I just feel like you're putting my dad down, and I really want to have you as a mom and have a good relationship. I just feel like talking about my dad in a mean way is not helping. Mm-hmm. And I notice I don't really care when my mom says stuff like that, but my brother does. So she's learned to, not talk about him in a bad way in front of him because him and my dad have a good relationship. So I do agree with your dad. You only get one mom, and don't say that your stepmom is better than your mom because if you move there, you're probably going to see it in a different way.
That's an interesting point, is that she may seem better because you don't live with her. So it's like
you never know until you actually live with them.
Yeah, it's like it's like you always like the guy you're not dating because you don't know what the day-to-day is like with that person. But it sounds like your dad is being the bigger person in terms of
I admire that
he's able to
not
say
the
you
case.
only get one mom, even when this is a person who's saying negative things about him in front of his
That is
children.
actually that shows a lot about the dad.
And the fact that the older siblings chose dad, and not that you should have to choose, but when your mom says something negative about your dad to you, you get to stop the conversation and say, Mom, you got to choose not to be married to him anymore. And that's great for you. I don't get to choose not to have him as my father. He is my father. So can you please stop the negative comments? It's very destructive to my heart. Please stop. And then every time she does it, just have a code word so that she remembers that she's doing it. This has become a habit for her, and it's not okay. Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely not okay at all. I think that what's going on in the mom's head right now is, like you said, the older daughter wanted to go, and the brother under her did go.
Right.
She's just so worried that this kid is going to
terrified.
also try to get away. Right.
Yeah.
Right now, she's out of her mind. Like, oh my God, I need to make her see him the way I see him, so that she will stay with me because I've already lost 2 kids, basically. Right.
So-
And she's trying everything she can, it seems, to sort of lure her away from him.
And everything
But
she's doing
Yeah,
has
it's
the
in the
opposite
wrong-
effect of what she's hoping to.
absolutely,
I wish I
it's
could
pushing
speak
her
to the
away.
mom, like
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
you need to change your approach.
Right.
Like, I have a feeling she's probably a good mom. She just doesn't really know what to do. She's freaking out, like you said.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a good point.
I also think that there might be legitimate issues that the mom has with
Yeah.
the dad, but that's for them to work out. It shouldn't be put on the
you.
kids, right? Like you
Not
shouldn't
on
be
you.
Mary, aka Goose, should not be in the middle of whatever conflict they have. That's kind of why they split up, so that you wouldn't be stuck in the middle, kind of. So you do have more room to sort of breathe, and they can't be dumping this on you at all. Your dad's being good, and he's like, listen, just weather the storm, but your mom really needs to understand how this is affecting you.
And when you're old enough, you can choose to go with your dad, even if your mom will freak out. You can say, I'm 14, I need some dad time right now. And, not make it like don't say to your mom, this is going to be a permanent decision, but just I'm going to move in with dad right now. And because he does seem to be the more clear-thinking, clear-headed person, and it can be toxic to be around a parent who's like this, who's so bitter all the time. And you do get to come first. You do get to choose the parent that creates a healthier, more emotionally stable environment for you. All right, so let's move on to the next question. Emma writes, okay, so I had 2 best friends, Lydia and Kim, so they are both mad at me because I don't like the game Murder Tag. Anyway, they are mad because I get so depressed and sad whenever they talk about it. And now they teamed up together to leave me out. Just wait, it gets worse. They teamed up with my arch nemesis, Megan, just to also make me jealous. And now Megan is making my life a living hell. What do? I need friends, advice, something. I cried during class and at home today. Please help. All right, I want to first start with who knows what murder tag is. Who can help me understand this? Go ahead, Nina.
I'm going to start off with, first of all, I probably think they're 11 or 12.
Right.
But I think Murder Tag is like a game where it's like tag, but people die. Like when you tag someone, you're out of the game or whatever.
Is it
that
like
may be
an
totally wrong. Don't get
Can
mad
you
at me.
Google this, Matt or Jake? Is it like an ongoing game?
I think so.
Or is it like just you play it in the schoolyard and then you're over?
Yeah,
It feels like it's an ongoing game, and like if someone slips you a note that says that you're dead, then you're out of it or something.
My advice to her would be, it will pass. I feel like that. I mean, that's not my only advice, but this is a issue that you'll probably look back on it later and, sort of giggle about it. But it's not okay that they're making you feel this way. That's really immature of them to, make friends with people that they know have been mean to you, and that's not really a true friend on their part. So I would, just talk to them about it.
Does it feel like they're pulling in this person Megan because they know it will upset her?
Yeah, that's
Is
that's
that
what it
what's
looks like.
happening? Because
That's what 11-year-olds tend to do.
yeah, it's malicious. Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, it is malicious. And if these people are your friends, like people who are supposed to care about you and you care about them, why don't you pull them aside individually one at a time and say, hey, listen, you know that this person and I don't get along, and that I also don't like this game, so now you're going and putting her into this game at the exclusion of me, right? Does this sound like a friend thing to you? Because I want us to be friends, and this isn't what I'm getting.
Well,
right?
it also could be that they need a third person to play this particular game, and so she doesn't have to play. But maybe if she made less of a fuss when it's being discussed, since they both like it, it's like, for example, if you and a friend like Pokemon, just from the boys' point of view, if you and a friend like Pokemon, and another kid doesn't like Pokemon, it'd be annoying if he always said, "Don't talk about that." But if he just sat there and was just like, "All right, well, I'm just gonna,"
Yeah, don't give them a reaction because they feed off of it.
Well,
yeah.
but
go ahead.
see, I don't if that was true, then we wouldn't be talking about Pokemon with that other guy around.
Mm-hmm.
Like that just wouldn't be on the table when he was with us.
And you'd be willing to not talk, like if you were all having lunch together and everybody liked something except someone said they didn't. You'd be willing to not talk about your favorite thing.
If they were,
no.
if they were that upset, then yeah.
Yeah, if they shouldn't be that upset.
Something.
But-
Well, I think something maybe about Pokemon is one thing, but something about the name of this game, Murder Tag, there might be something a little frightening about it.
Yeah, maybe
that-
she has a history that you may not know about, and it trigger something in her that makes her feel bad.
Like if the
Which-
game has terminology
which, if you're
about.
comfortable, you should probably explain it if you're comfortable doing that. But it's just
Jake, what-
mature 11-year-olds.
Oh, is there a reason there's not a picture on the screen?
I broke a thing.
Oh,
I'm gonna fix a thing.
Are we not rolling?
No, we're rolling.
Oh, okay.
I just can't see that we're rolling, and you can't see that we're rolling.
Oh, all right.
It's okay. We have trust. We have
I think
faith.
we got murder tagged.
Oh, the internet
Oh,
murder
no.
tagged us.
All right. I hope that's good advice. I mean, I would say just stay calm with them and don't let them see you this upset. You can go home and cry because I know you want to
Yeah.
cry and you feel like crying, but like just with them, stay reasonable and just say, you guys are my best friends and I just feel so left out and I don't want to make new friends. I love you guys. I just don't like this particular game. I find it kind of scary. And at that age, they make fun of people that find things scary too. And so
They'll learn later on that it really doesn't. They won't do this to you. It will pass.
yeah,
Yeah.
it will pass. All right. But I don't know how to say the screen name, but Bunna writes,
Bunna.
my boyfriend says that he works 4 jobs and goes to school, which I'm okay with, but he never has time for me. Is it worth it for me to stay with him if I know I'll only barely get to see him? Go ahead, Aaron.
Only you can know that. Everybody has different requirements in a relationship. There are people who need to be with their significant other every day. There are people who don't mind so much and they can go weeks at a time without seeing them. It's just, what are you okay with and what is he okay with? You need to talk about this, right? Talk about your needs and what you know that you can do for each other. And if it's not compatible, then you need to acknowledge that and move on. And that will be the happiest option for you in the long run.
Right. I mean, and you can also ask him, is this a time frame that you see coming to an end where you'll get through school and you'll maybe not have this many jobs, or you'll have more of a career, or what's the amount of time that you would want to see yourself spending with someone long term? Because sometimes you can put up with things if you know it's like there's a beginning, a middle, and an end to it. But if you see that this is going to be a guy that's always going to want to have 4 jobs, or even when he only has 1 job, he'll want to work it 18 hours a day, and he really isn't going to ever put a relationship ahead of his career, then it may just be an incompatible relationship. And this is why we date. We date to find out if we are compatible with the person. Any other thoughts?
Oh, got anything? I think it's all covered.
Gummy Bear writes, my first kiss was kind of awkward. Is this something to be ashamed of? There was a whole thread of conversation here, and one of the kids said, I think that you should be ashamed if it wasn't awkward. Because like you're just like a kissing savant or something. Yeah, your first kiss by definition is awkward. Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, just I can't think of a first kiss, like, with maybe one exception. I've never had a first kiss that wasn't odd, that wasn't weird, right? Because it's just like, are we doing this? Are we doing this? Oh God, we're doing this. It's happening. Is this happening? It happened. Oh my God, what happened? And it's just like that for the next 20 minutes.
That's pretty much it.
Right. And
Yeah.
if that isn't a weird experience, either you got very lucky or something is odd.
Something is awkward.
Yeah.
I feel like kissing is pretty much the weirdest thing that humans do. Like,
I eat with this. Let's
yeah, I mean,
put
it's
these together and
yeah, it's putting your mouth on someone else's mouth, and there's just nothing that
There's
isn't
nothing not weird about it.
Yeah, there's nothing not weird about it.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. I'm not sure where it comes from. I think maybe it's like one of those things where if you ever see people walking down the street and you're like, yo, what's up? Right? Like that's you showing your neck. It's showing a vulnerability, right? And it's saying, I trust you enough to go like this in front of you.
so you
and
don't
it
jab
works.
me in the neck.
Right. And I know that you won't, and that's like a sign of respect. And I think Jake has something to say about this.
Okay, hold on, wait.
So you don't jab me in the neck.
Okay, cool.
I trust you not to stab me in the neck. Awesome, dude.
I actually know where this comes from, at least where people have told me it comes from, so I'm going to convey this conjecture
Yeah.
information to the rest of the world. That theoretically, it's only mildly advantageous and therefore passed on because it potentially increases exposure to different germs that will buff your immune system. That's what I've heard.
Interesting.
Oh, so
Yeah, it makes sure that immune systems are compatible realistically, because if you tried to have a baby and they weren't, things might be bad. So
Interesting.
that's what I've heard. I have no idea if that's true in any way, shape, or form.
So it's less social and evolved over time and more actual, like, evolutionary protective
Yes.
stuff. Cool. I don't know if that's true. I'll have to check that later.
Let me make sure your mouth doesn't give me pneumonia before we breed.
Which, you know, is a good thing to check. It's a good thing to check.
Yeah.
You know, they can just do DNA testing, but no. Let's make out. Nina?
Okay, I'm gonna embarrass myself for a second. I've actually not had my first kiss.
Yay, I'm happy.
I
You're
did-
only 14. That's good news to me.
because, well, yeah, a lot of people my age have already done it, but
It's fine.
I don't just kiss anybody.
Those hussies.
What?
Oh, yes,
But-
it's okay to hussy shame, but,
But
not,
now
but
I don't feel like having
not
it.
slut
because-
shame, but
Nope,
hussy
just-
shame.
No.
Just because the word
None
hussy
of-
is hilarious.
None of the above.
Oh,
Not applicable.
stop it. Give me fun. I want fun. Go ahead. I'm just
No, it's fine.
no 14-year-old is a hussy. I'm just teasing. Go ahead.
But I'm not just gonna kiss anybody. I'll tell you that right now. But anybody, I mean not anybody. Yeah, I agree with everybody else. Isn't it supposed to be awkward?
Yeah.
It's all in all, it should be awkward. And I don't know if this is just a random guy that you kiss, but if it isn't, if it's your boyfriend or whatever, then it probably will get less awkward.
It will get less awkward, and it's okay to giggle and laugh and talk and acknowledge that you're nervous, because that's flattering to the other person, you know. And it's also always going to be awkward, even if like you're kissing a guy that's kissed 100 girls. God forbid that you would do that,
Yeah, hopefully not.
because he's a hussy. But
Everybody's
but-
a hussy today.
right, but if you kiss a guy who's kissed 100 girls, he is still kissing you for the first time. So it's a first kiss, and nobody knows exactly like how to not bump noses or braces or have there be weird spit issues. It just is. It's an awkward thing, and so there's nothing to be ashamed of. And you can even say to the boy, like, you know, was that okay, or even talk about technique a little bit, if because he probably wants to get better at kissing too, and he's as nervous as you are about how the other person had that experience. Matt, insight?
Yeah. Well, I mean, just from my standpoint, absolutely. First kiss is always awkward because you're overthinking it is the problem. You start kissing and then you think, oh God, what do I do with my tongue? What do I not do with my tongue? Do I just kiss with my lips? Do I not kiss with my? Wait a minute, that's another person's spit. All these things go through your head in about 3 seconds, and invariably it's awkward. But the best thing is just talk. Oh, that was really nice. Or that was, maybe we could try this. Lean this way, whatever.
Yeah.
So. And I don't know if you're ready, but we do
Even
have
that dialogue makes me feel awkward.
We do have.
Maybe we could try this.
Hey, sorry
go.
about bumping noses,
Sorry
but
about my
turn
spit
your head
down your throat.
If you're good at math, you can tell them what angle to come in at.
Yeah.
You can make it some sort
Try
of
37 degrees to the left.
geographical quadratic equation to solve.
Yes. You
Is,
ready for Skype?
Is our Skype caller there?
Almost.
All right. I hope it's Jordan.
Let's go ahead.
If it's
I
not
can't.
Jordan, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I
be-
can't see. Yeah, we're
We have no monitor. Jake
we're a
broke
bit
the
at
show.
a disadvantage because Jake broke the show, so
Yeah.
we
Come
can't
on,
see you,
Jake.
Jordan.
Oops.
But
But you're there,
but,
right?
But you are. Yeah.
Hi,
We
Jordan.
sort of see you.
Hi, Jordan.
There we go.
Do you have a first kiss story?
Hold on.
Turn the volume
still
down on your
going on.
computer.
Gotta respect the delay.
Wait,
Yeah,
why
there
is-
we go.
Oh,
She's watching on her device. All right.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Nancy. Who's Nancy?
Fancy.
Oh, I thought.
She just calls everyone Nancy. It's her thing.
Hi, Nancy.
Hey, Jordan. Do you have a first kiss story?
I try not to remember that,
Oh,
but
gosh.
yes, I do.
Oh gosh.
Um,
Ox.
Just made up a slang term. So are you gonna tell it?
Pass the ox cord.
I'm trying to put it into words.
All right. You both lived,
She's
right?
never done this before.
Actually, I have on here.
Oh,
It's
gotcha.
fine. We're good over here.
No, I mean, told your first kiss story out loud.
Is she about to sneeze?
If you're talking to Sam.
I'm not.
Oh, she's not talking to Sam. I just yelled at your dad.
I'm
Whoops.
Dad. Dad, I'm
Jordan.
not.
Who are you talking to?
This is our place. You knew that.
Okay. Turn it off. Get your homework done.
Ooh.
Okay.
Jordan.
Okay, I got it.
You cannot flunk this test tomorrow.
I know.
All right. Turn it off, Jordan.
Okay.
All right, Jordan. We'll let you go.
Sorry for the drama.
We're gonna hear that story next week. She's gonna not flunk that test. I like her dad's voice. He had a nice, soothing voice. That would be a good dad to have. And he cares about her schoolwork.
He's a little calmer than I would have been, I guess.
Yeah.
How do you tell your kids to turn off their if you go into your kid's room, Matt, and they're on their device way past when they're supposed to be? 'cause
Yeah,
let's
it
face
depends.
It's
Is it
10
the
o'clock on-
first time or is it the 6th time that
Right.
evening that I've caught,
What's the
yeah.
highest? Let me hear okay, you're
Whoa.
completely
Whoa.
fed up at Colin. Or
No.
Let's hear how bad it gets.
Actually, usually I try not to yell at them, but I'll go somewhere else in the house and vent. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, I live in a small house, so. But yeah, I don't want to get ugly on camera.
No.
Sorry.
Right.
No.
But
also,
it's very frustrating though, because like anything else, if you say it once should be enough.
But do
Yeah.
you take devices? Do you think that parents should take devices at a certain time?
At this point, we're not doing that because they've been pretty good about it. But
Yeah.
if I had to, I would. Specifically, if you're sitting there on your iPod when you've got a book to finish for a report, that's no good.
Right.
Prioritize.
But can I just tell Jordan, who's probably very embarrassed about what just happened?
Sorry, Jordan.
That was actually real, and
Yeah, it was
I liked
normal.
it.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
reality TV.
yeah.
And your dad seems really.
It's perfect for our place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
Also, Matt, can I just say that
Yes.
you would be a scary dad to have because you actually know what all these devices do and what all these programs do. like my parents have no idea.
Oh,
So-
router logs. Kids.
Oh.
Kids, if you have a dad or a mom that works in any sort of technical field,
Be careful.
there is nothing going on your device that a parent cannot figure out what's going on.
That's so scary.
Yes.
You are a
Why
scary
is that
dad.
scary?
Well,
You
Okay,
can't
wait,
have
wait,
a
I'm
secret.
not that kind of. I don't have any secrets, but
yeah. well,
I've never actually gotten my device taken away just because I'm not a procrastinator. So I usually get since I go go to an independent school, I get the week's work and I do it all in like 2 days because I want to get it done. A lot of kids will wait to the last day, and then I have
Right.
time to. I usually don't use my phone that much until I have to like promote something or. I hate texting. I'm weirdly one of those kids that just hates it. I'd rather call you or see you face to face. Like I can't stand texting, but so my brother
you're
has
like
though.
the one.
the
So,
one kid.
But yes, router logs, an explanation on that. If there's anything connected to your Wi-Fi and you have a parent that's a bit tech savvy, they can see every web address that's requested through that router.
Yep.
So whether it's your iPod or your computer or whatever.
Do your kids know that you have this magical power?
Yeah, they know.
All right.
So that keeps them from going to
So
it.
well, probably, and for some strange reason, they both have iPods, but they both also have cell phones, and they don't really use their cell phones. In fact, that's my complaint is that they'll forget to bring their phones with them to school.
Really?
Yeah, and so then when I can't get in touch with them, that's usually my wife that because she's around and able to pick them up or whatever.
Yeah.
But we bought you a phone. You're to take it to school
Now here's the thing.
so that we can reach you.
Here's the thing, though. My sister had a similar problem. She had a cell phone and she had an iPad,
Yeah.
an iPod, and it wouldn't work. And then she had an iPhone, and suddenly she is nowhere without her phone. Nowhere without her phone. It just it needs to be more than a phone for them to actually take it with them nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When I had like the little flip phone when I was 12, almost 2 years ago.
Right, that
That's
was
what my mom got me, so I could when I started going to the mall by myself, I would
Hmm.
be able to contact her. But I always forget to bring it
So
because I bring this everywhere because I can do other things on it.
is that what's happening, Matt? Is it's just a flip phone, so there's nothing else for them to do
Well,
on it?
they are. I mean, they're not great phones, but they are fully functional Android phones.
Oh, yeah.
What I
Oh.
haven't told them is that it's unlimited data. I have told
Oh
them.
my god, I want that
Oh my
so
God.
badly.
Yeah, I
my
have-
mom gets so mad at me when it's like
I have told
run out of
them
your
it's
thing.
unlimited texting, and you'd think that they would text more, but they use iMessage on their iPods.
Oh
It's-
yeah.
It's
That
more
hurts
versatile.
me because I have an Android phone, so I can't reach them.
All right, we're going
yeah,
to jump to
it
the
hurts.
next question from
It
Anonymous.
hurts.
She writes, okay, so 3 weeks ago, I started dressing fairy... Who knows how to pronounce this word?
Okay.
Looks like Kai or K.
Kai or K.
K.
Which, if you don't know it, is a fashion in Japan. Search up
Kai.
a pic if you need to. Jake's doing that right now.
Da, 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 da,
Da,
da,
da.
Oh, you can't see it at all. I forgot I broke the screen. But here it is. Think pastel.
Think
Oh, when I-
Japanese My Little
Hey,
Pony.
Jake, when I
Think
looked
if
it up...
they were cakes.
Wait, Jake,
made
when I
by a
On mic.
fancy baker.
Googled this,
I'm on
I
mic.
saw only black clothing.
What?
Yeah.
Nope.
Really?
It's colorful.
No, yeah, no.
I saw black clothing that looked kind of goth and skirts that were...
That would be
sorta-
That'd
Lolita
be-
It
generic.
just,
yeah.
But I typed the
Gothic
words
leather, yeah.
Fairy K, and I saw Stevie Nicks. People with long boots and like tall boots with strappy straps.
Nope.
All right, so search up a pic if you
Just
need
no.
to. But anyway, my mom saw that I was wearing this and banned me from wearing it, which depressed me a lot. So I was trying to find another style like goth or tomboy and stuff like that, which I liked before I dressed Fairy Kai.
Kai.
But they didn't feel right. I didn't feel like myself. So I want to dress Fairy Kai again, but my mom will never let me. I know if I ask her, she will just tell me to shut up or something. What should I do? I know I probably should ignore it, but it makes me so uncomfortable when I wear something that I know isn't the true me. I'm going to go to the girl first, and then you, Aaron.
It sounds like your mom is not willing to accept difference, almost. Over time, like Louise always says on the show, your parents will learn from their kids that it's okay to do things. And over time, I feel like you need to tell her exactly what you said here. I don't feel like myself, and I know you think she's going to say shut up, but I feel like if you keep telling her that, it may seem like nagging to her, but over time she'll understand. Like, you need to wear clothes that make you feel good. And if you don't do that, then it's not going to be successful. Oh, okay, I know what that is. Gotcha.
Yeah.
What I answered this user in our place was that you could maybe incorporate little things like a belt or a scarf or something that makes you
that
feel
too.
like this. Go ahead, Jake.
Wait. How do I?
Good idea.
Cool.
How do
Okay, I'm on
I-
camera again.
Yay.
Yeah, I was gonna say like find really cute that style socks and wear them.
Oh yeah.
Pick accessories. Accessories are very hard to ban because there's a lot of them and they're very diverse. And especially among this where you have all these fancy little puffy things, you could just attach them to regular clothing.
And like a headband, it seems like you could wear like a head
Yeah, exactly.
and that kind of thing, so that you still feel like somehow you're keeping.
Yeah.
There's this period of time.
And then add more on as maybe, and your mom will be ease
Yeah.
into it.
So there's this period of time that happens usually between 12 and 18, during which time you develop a point of view, a personality, a sense of yourself, but you're still not old enough to be allowed to completely exercise it. So this is this push-pull that goes on between parents and children during this time period, and the more and more independent you feel, the less and less you want to do anything the way your parents want you to do it. And so I feel like you have to kind of negotiate with them and just sort of accept that you're not going to get total victory until you turn 18. You're never going to be able to completely pick out your own wardrobe until you're 18 and living maybe under your own roof. But you can, without really pissing your parents off, you can say, I respect that you don't want me to dress like a Japanese fairy princess, and I'm just going to wear these socks and this headband. Is this okay with you guys? So that they feel like you heard them, and you feel like you've got some of your own voice going on.
Yeah.
And then it increases every year with your level of independence. Aaron?
Yeah, I think that trying to find a compromise isn't a bad thing, but I also think that this is it's a fundamental issue between these parents who have raised you and you're still young, you're growing up, and they are clinging to that image of you as their baby, as their little kid, and you're finding all these new things in the world, and you're trying to find ways to express yourself, and you're branching out, exploring different cultures than your own, and you're pulling what you like. And not only to them, this looks like, oh my God, she's growing up too fast. Oh my God, if she's into this, we don't know what this is. What else is she into that we don't know about, right? Like, there's so much going through their heads right now. It scares them on multiple levels. So, yeah, finding a compromise is a good thing, but also explaining to them where this is coming from in the first place, right? Like, it's not that you're trying to get away from them. It's not that you don't like what you've had before or whatever else. It's just, as you're growing up, you're getting new friends, you're finding out new things about the world around you, and you like what you see sometimes, right? And you just want to explore these avenues of yourself. You like fashion. You see this great foreign fashion. You want to try it out. It's got nothing to do with anything other than you expressing yourself in new ways. You're still their little kid, and you're just growing up a little bit at a time. You're exploring. They should want you to do that.
Right, and if you show them a little of what it's based on or what influenced it or what inspired it, and, just show them how on a creative level it's kind of breaking new ground, and it's not deviant or anything. It's simply just a style of dress that you find colorful, creative, fun, and maybe just sit down with your mom and share with her so that she doesn't see it as the enemy that's taking her child away from her.
Right.
And ask her what she was into, at your age, that she liked to dress that her parents maybe didn't like.
Right, exactly.
Or whatever. Because I'm sure she has some Cyndi Lauper socks somewhere. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I don't know her, but probably. Because girls just want to have fun. And that's proven. Time proven with time. Anonymous
Time and
writes.
time again.
Yeah, I was going to say it was, what's the word for it? Never mind.
Okay.
Road tested. Yes. Okay. Anonymous writes. Okay, so I was looking. Oh, sorry. So I was the word scared me. Okay, so I was. Looking. I was looking at porn yesterday, right? And I'm like, I'm not going to disagree with you. If you were, then you were. So I went today, and all porn websites are blocked, and I'm terrified my mom is going to start asking questions about it. So what's a good excuse to make it seem like I didn't view that website on purpose? Maybe blame it on an ad or something. So I'm going to throw to Matt first, because he is the
We
one,
were just talking about this.
the man
Right.
with the wisdom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You would know.
All right, so a couple of things. First thing, there's nothing that happens on your home Wi-Fi that your parent can't find out if they're tech savvy. That said, this doesn't necessarily mean that your parent found out, but first I want to address what you're planning to do, which is you're planning to
The
be
lie.
dishonest.
Ah.
And that's, I think, the biggest thing here. I mean, curiosity is natural. Should you be looking at porn? No. I mean, At least as a kid, no. I'm not going to go any farther than that. But what you're planning to do is lie about it, too.
Mm-hmm.
Just be honest. Own up to it. It's not the end of the world. I mean, even if your parents are mad, it's not the end of the world. Trust me. I'm sure you're not the only teenager that's looked at porn. But don't lie about it. Be straightforward. It'll go better with your parents that way. Trust me.
And if you just say, and there were a lot of kids in this thread that were saying, tell the truth, and she was just saying, no, I won't do that. Tell me how to lie. So as Matt was saying, if you just say, I'm sorry, I got curious, I clicked. Because, first of all, the reason that your parents blocked all porn is that they don't want you to get curious and click and have an image that you cannot unsee, because a lot of porn is really creepy, scary, and there's no reason for a child to be looking at it, because it's not anything remotely close to what actual sex is going to be like one day for you. So your parents are trying to protect you. They maybe know that you clicked on porn, and there's no reason to lie about it since all children are curious about sex. Just say, I clicked there. I know that I shouldn't have. I got curious. I'm sorry. Already, you'd be in trouble if they wanted to get you in trouble. Instead, they simply blocked porn sites. So I think we're all fine here, and we all understand that kids are kids, and the kids are going to be curious about sex. Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, also, I'll just say, if it makes it any easier, your parents have looked at porn. Like, that is a thing they have done and maybe still do.
In their Cyndi Lauper socks?
I would hope not, but they have looked at it. And,
I would hope not.
And, if the internet existed, at your age in their childhood, they probably would have found it about the time you did. That's my
Yeah.
guess. And there's no real shocker here, is my point.
Right.
Like, they've been through this personally, and, you're, as was said before, you're not the only, young kid going through this. Definitely, though, if you do lie, and I'm just going to say, because I know that you seem hell-bent on lying, so if you do lie, and
Aaron, we're trying to tell her not to.
I know, if you do lie, and they find out you have lied,
Oh.
can you imagine what that's going to be like? Because to them, not only have you done this thing that you think they would be upset with you about, but you have lied about it, which means in their minds, not only is my kid looking at this when I don't want them to be looking at this, they are clearly not ready, or they would have said, oh, you know what, I'm owning up to this, right? But you're not doing that.
And here's the other thing. If you tell the truth, you will earn a ton of trust points.
Yeah. If you lose trust points with your parents, it takes a while to get it back. Trust me. I've seen it with my brother.
Yeah, if you're able to say, sorry, I got curious, I clicked on this, your parents will believe you the next time something happens that you need to apologize for, because you're a person that owns it. You're a person who apologizes. That earns you lots of privileges. That earns you getting to go to the movies with friends, getting to go to the mall with friends, getting to go out on a date, because your parents know that you will tell them if some guy gets all handsy with you. Like, they'll know that you tell the truth, so therefore you get more freedom. You do not want to lie about something as basic as clicking on a porn site, which almost every kid has done, whether at their own home or at someone else's house, or someone else clicked on it or something. There's just no point. It's not like a big shame thing. It's just a thing. And it's exactly why they put in the safety, because they don't want you going someplace you're not ready to go. And there's no reason to lie. It kind of shows us and them that your first impulse is, how do I lie?
Yeah.
And that's not a good first impulse. Bad. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, I'm gonna reiterate what I just said, which
Yeah.
is, and what you just said, which is, if you lie, you are digging yourself a grave, a very, very deep grave, and good luck climbing out of it. So, I think that's
Well,
really,
with that,
yeah. I
Yeah,
think
we're
that's all-
out of questions because we only have 2 kids on the
There's
panel.
a picture that none of you can see of a
Um,
bunch of cups set up from a prank
Oh, yeah,
that says
another prank.
2012. It's very impressive, and none of you can see it.
Oh,
'cause
I
I
see
booked the
it.
Show.
Yeah.
That
you
is
find-
really impressive. How
you-
many is that, do you think?
2012.
Oh, 2012
go.
cops.
Wow.
Did you find any other good pranks, Jake?
That was it. That was the one we
Just,
found.
just the cups and a
As I
variation?
was scanning through, I did find others where they had wrapped everything or turned all the tables in the cafeteria upside down, all the tables and chairs. So
that couldn't do any harm, could it? Do you
No.
have any complaints?
What, turning No, I mean, it's annoying,
What
but
health
that's
issues
funny.
could it cause?
No, it's annoying, but it's funny. Yeah.
All right, we're going to play chat roulette.
Hey.
So I just went into chat at our place, and Gummy Bear writes, "Does anyone know what it is called to believe in all religions?"
I already responded to that. If you
Oh,
scroll
you did?
down.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to skip over everyone's answer and just go to yours.
Yeah, that's how this works.
I like how he
Um,
says scroll down instead of actually answering.
Kit
Right.
Kat wrote.
Scroll
know-
down and you'll see it.
So this is what Kit Kat wrote before Aaron.
Okay.
I know polytheism is the belief in many gods. I can't find anything on the internet for the belief of many religions. Kate TW wrote omnism. Finding Nobody wrote theist is the belief in God. And then Aaron G. Bach, moderator, wrote, I'm not sure if there is a term for someone who believes in all religions because most religions contradict each other. Oh, and then my new favorite person in the world,
point.
Habby, wrote friendship.
Oh, how cute.
She needs her own religion. That was a really good
A
answer.
friendship religion.
I-
A
I-
peace religion.
I like
Interesting.
that.
I like
Hey.
that. Who is this girl?
Are we
Let's-
on Periscope
click
right
on
now?
her
Click on
profile.
her
Let's
profile.
click on. Oh, we're gonna play profile roulette.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
God.
wait, Wheezy.
What?
Now is the perfect time to answer questions from Periscope users.
Oh, do we have any Periscope
I
questions?
thought we were
We're-
going to look at Habby.
We're gonna find out.
Habibi,
Habibi.
is a brand new member. She joined May 12th. She does not have an avatar yet. It's
May
a
12th
default.
is today.
Yeah.
My account
Wow.
is fully developed.
So shout out to
Wait a-
Habibi
I put
and welcome.
pictures on it, and I put my bio.
Can I find your? Let me see if I can find Nina's profile. So what's your screen name?
Well, first
Nina
of all,
Policelli.
wait, hang on. Periscope users, thank you for tuning in. We know that
Hello.
you've been trying to chat with us for a while and we're not very responsive, but we, due to a scheduling error, are open to your questions. So write in right now.
Oh, write in right now, and Aaron and Nina and maybe Matt and I, if you like grown-ups at all, will answer your question. I'm
Yes.
looking for Nina's profile.
And in the meantime, I'm going to explain to you what this all is. This is the Our Place Out Loud podcast. This is live. This is not pre-recorded. You can find us after the show is over on YouTube. Just look for Our Place Out Loud. We have tons of episodes already. We are an advice podcast aimed for, teenagers to college people. Yeah. And we're welcome if anybody. Just come on in and say what you like. Comment on what questions we're talking about. Bring your own questions. We don't care. Someone asked. Who dressed me? I dressed myself, which probably answers your second question, which is why.
is that meant?
Is that an insult?
Yes, it is
yeah,
an
I
insult.
think it's an insult.
When you're older, will your calves become cows?
No.
No,
that's
but
funny.
when
I
they're
didn't-
older, they will. So
Aaron, can I tell you why they asked who dressed you? Because you don't wear plaids with stripes, just as a general rule of thumb.
yeah, you know what? I think I've heard that before, but I obviously can't remember. So
All right, you should try the what's it called? Kai. The fairy Kai
Very
look.
Kai.
wait,
Who said hi?
who said hi? I heart for you
Hi.
to see. Said hi, and I say hi back because that's the
Hello.
kind of person I am.
Anything else coming in?
Stripes and plaid.
Stripes
We're
and
gonna
plaid.
call
Nina,
him
you can talk about your singing career and your new label and how you have a new
Well,
album coming out.
Shameless
Label.
self-promotion.
Yeah, same. Oh, it's shameful.
All right, here we go. I have a collection of 6 to 7 songs coming out in hopefully September, and I'm recently hopefully signing to this new company called Rebel Intelligence, which has Joss Stone on it and other artists, and it's basically we're getting an album together and releasing it. So hopefully you'll be hearing stuff soon.
Do you have a website?
I have a Twitter, Instagram, iTunes, whatever. It's all the same username, so you can just do Nina, Nina, Policelli, Paolicelli. So that's my name.
Oh, what genre of music is it?
Pop infused with R&B, so it's more of a soulful pop kind of thing.
Soul pop.
So if you don't like it, don't give me a review if you like rock music. So, because
Nina already has an EP available at iTunes.
oh
You
yeah,
just type
on
in her
iTunes.
name
So just type
and-
in my name that I just spelled, and okay, okay, Nina is my first name, Nina, and then Policelli is Policelli.
All right,
And
so
then
now
you just search me in Google and everything.
and now I'm
pops
going to
up.
invite Janine into the room.
Hey,
Come
Janine,
over here, Janine, and
it's my
sit next
mama.
to your daughter. Because we
oh dear,
have a mom here who's been managing her daughter's singing career, and,
doing a pretty good job at it.
which combines the challenges of raising a child and kind of launching a career. So, would you like to interview your mother?
Sure,
Nina?
this is your first interview, Mom.
Oh my goodness. Hi.
Do we have any
Lean in close.
questions? Oh, is she not in the shot?
Lean in close.
All right,
Lean
there
in
we go.
closer.
To the mic.
All right, so I'll open up the questioning. So,
Right here.
how did
Yeah, like
you
Right there. Okay.
how did you decide that it was a good idea to start Nina on a professional singing career while she's still a child, or did you give some thought to waiting until she's a grown up?
I think she has a gift,
Yeah.
and so I wanted to help her with finding that gift and honing it. And what better time to do it when she has a parent who's supporting her instead of letting her figure it out when she's older. And I think it's harder to do it that way.
So, what are some of the lessons that she's learning in addition to all of the school that she's taking? Kind of going off on this path into the music career. You face a lot of disappointment and heartbreak. Is it? Do you need a child with a special personality? Because I think she does have that special personality.
I definitely think you need a child who has the drive. And Nina and I always talk about, are you sure this is what you want to do? And the answer is always yes. And I learned years ago when I was thinking of going into an acting career, I was at a panel discussion, and one of the actors on the panel said, if you can think of doing anything else, then do that. And so I walked out because I could think of myself doing other things.
That's hilarious.
And Nina cannot. So this is her purpose. And so I'm going to help her support it and help make it happen.
Any questions for Nina or Janine? Anything coming up on Periscope? Do we have any other aspiring?
We've silenced them.
Do you have any other aspiring singers out there who want some tips? Because you guys moved from.
Crickets.
I have a question.
You have a question?
Sure. How much time each week do you devote to your singing career? Practice or performances or appearances? How much time each week?
I can't even. I'm thinking about it 24/7. There's not a time where I think about something that I could be doing. When I'm doing my schoolwork, that doesn't take up a lot of my time because I usually just get it done before I have to go in every week. So I'm pretty much focusing on it all the time. And I love it. So it's not really like work to me. It's kind of, I just am constantly involved in it and I have no problem.
So do you feel like this is improving your work ethic because
yeah.
it's giving you these goals that are very purposeful for your personality?
Oh yeah, I used to look at the music business in an entirely different way than I do now, and now that I'm in it or scratching the surface, about to get in it, it's really helped me. Always I have better work ethic and I want to get things done, and I don't procrastinate anymore like I used to, and I'm wanting to get things done, and so. Yes.
So there's always something to look forward to that if you
Yes.
get your work done that you get to do.
Yeah, so I was a little bit behind there because I was getting too excited about things and I forgot about my schoolwork. But now I'm really on top of it, and so I just like to get it done, and then I can just focus on singing.
And that's mom helps you kind of balance everything.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. She's something. Oh, okay, we gotta go.
All right. So anything else coming up on Periscope that we should be paying attention to? We just want to thank everybody on Periscope for coming along with us. You can find more about us at ourplacenetwork.com, where you can download the app, go to the iTunes App Store, download the app, go to the iTunes App Store or the iTunes Store, and you can subscribe to this podcast. We're here every week talking about teens and teen issues. I'm Louise Palanker here with Aaron Bach, Nina Policelli, Jake Palanker, Matt Sigmund, Trish Bach, and we will see you next week, everybody. Goodbye.
I've been out there wandering, I've been in here wondering, hoping, reaching, or wishing I could find my way. Then I found our place where we can dream and share it. Our place, you'll find a friend to care it. I may look a little hazy and I may feel to kindness. Your soul may be in tatters. You'll learn what really